parents did not talk to you about sex? Just raise your hands.
Okay, my mom still hasn't talked to me.
At this age, it'd be a little strange.
Well, I'm just saying.
I wish my parents... Well, anyway. Do not tangent, Brian. Stay on course. I'm guessing that if we did like a little... You know word association games, you give a word and what's the first word you think of? If I were to give you the word God, sex is not the next word that you would think of. Not so much, Abby? No. Okay. I didn't think so. I was just checking. And sometimes I think we have a hard time thinking about God as having created sex or being a sexual being. It's kind of weird, and we as Christians, the fact that we're talking about this, for some of you may be a little bit uncomfortable, and when I said, tell how you first heard about sex, some of your eyes went, what? You're really going to talk about this out loud in next company? Yes, we are. I think if anybody should be talking about sex, it should be the church.
Amen.
Because... we're going to unpack some of that, but God made it. And that may be another startling realization for you, but somehow this tells you how strange the mind of God truly is. That sometime in the midst before time began as we know it, God was in heaven planning humanity. And he went, I've got a great idea. This is going to be great. And God created sex. So I think the church is a place to talk about sex. More than that, I think that we as Christians have a bad rap because when we do talk about sex, we're more known for what we are against than what we are for. In the media, we take stands against abortion, homosexuality, this and this and this and the other, and rarely do you see Christians saying, sex is good!
Amen.
Fine. Worried about that.
Broken by the two army guys.
That's right.
I think that we kind of deal with sexuality in a very prudish way that reminds me of this old joke, and I got to tell you a joke. That I heard a long time ago. This old married couple gets married. This old couple gets married. Where's Dottie?
Hey. Oh, picking on Dottie.
She's 20 years older than Dottie. That's my point. They're 20 years older than Dottie.
Whoa.
Wow. Still wasn't very nice.
It wasn't. It didn't work the way it worked in my head.
Taking you to lunch.
Yeah.
We're gonna... This is an experienced family. Dottie needs a date.
Taking you to dinner. We're done with lunch. It's going to be Cottonwood Grill.
Anyway, this really old couple. They're like 105.
Whatever.
Get married. And they have a wonderful wedding. It's a beautiful occasion. And they go on their honeymoon together. Hopefully. And the first day, they go antique shopping and all that stuff. And they go to bed that first night.
You get the early bird dinner.
And they slip under the sheets and he reaches over and he takes her hand and they fall asleep. Oh. So the second day they get up and they go and they eat and they go and they buy t-shirts and they do this touristy thing and they go to bed that night and he reaches over and he takes her hand and they fall asleep. The third night is even bigger day, both buying t-shirts and antiques. It's a big day. And they get done with the day and they go to bed and he reaches over to take her hand and she says, not tonight, dear. I have a headache.